Hey there, storytellers! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 19 of Bookoween. We are getting near the end, but we are also getting near my birthday, which is on the 27th. So for today's video, I thought I'd share with you my birthday book haul. Now, I will admit, in the month of October, I tend to splurge a little bit on books for myself because it's my birthday. But this year I was pretty good. Most of my splurging only happened at the library used book sale the other day, and that was 2 bags for $1. I didn't get 2 bags worth. I tried to behave, but I did get a decent amount of books and only for $1. So it really is a win-win. But there are 2 new books that I splurged on, and quite possibly there will be a couple more depending on if I get a gift card or anything like that for my birthday. So I'm probably not done buying books for October, but I thought I'd share with you what I have for the most part. So starting things with the new books, I have Llewellyn's, I don't know how to pronounce this name, Little Book of Halloween, and it's by Mickey Mueller, and this, I believe, is, the Llewellyn's is a sort of type of book. And then they have different authors. Does that make sense? It's a series written by different authors, but it's a little factual book, a little guidebook, if you will, to Halloween. And it covers Halloween throughout history, creating a haunting atmosphere, celebrate with tricks and treats, folklore, traditions, customs, and spells, and Halloween divination and spirit communication. So lots of fun goodies in here, and I just love to find new ways to celebrate Halloween, a spooky season, so I thought I'd get myself this little guide. Next, we have one I am super excited about, and I splurged on the Waterstones edition because I had to, and that is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This follows the Prince of Hearts, who is a character that shows up in the Caraval series, and another character named Evangeline Fox, I believe, and she sort of gets a broken heart when the man she loves is in love with another, and she makes a deal with the Prince of Hearts to sort of win her beloved's affections back, and she finds out that making a deal with Jax is not a good idea. But can I just take a minute to just the cover is this deep navy, sort of royal blue almost, and it's sort of an archway that looks like it's going into a tunnel or a cave, and there's 2 suits of armor. They're white with like gold and orange detailing, and there's some foiling on the cover. It's so really, like, it looks so magical and fun, and I cannot wait to read this because I really loved the Caraval series. Next, in no particular order, are the library used book sale finds, and the first one is Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen by Diane Sheldon. This is a film I watched a lot as a kid, and I really enjoyed it. I still really enjoy it, if I'm being honest. And it follows Mary Elizabeth, or Lola, as she prefers to be called. She longs to be in the spotlight, and when her family moves to New Jersey, she sort of figures out that the role of school drama queen is kind of already taken. So she sets out to sort of make a name for herself, and it's just a really funny film. So I thought, you know what, I knew it was inspired by a book, I might as well pick it up, and I saw it at the used book sale, fortunately enough. Next, we have some Shakespeare's. I have read I've read a handful of some Shakespeare plays, and I'm always a fan. So I picked up ones that I didn't have copies of already. I have As You Like It, which follows Rosalind and Celia as they go off into the forest of Arden, I believe, in search of love. And there's another character, Jacques, who's like melancholy, and I think there's a lot of famous quotes in this one, if I recall. But anyway, I haven't read this one, as you can tell, so I picked this one up because it's one of the comedies, and while I do prefer his tragedies, I appreciate the comedies as well. Next, we have Twelfth Night, or What You Will, and I have actually read this one before. It follows Viola, who impersonates her brother Sebastian to Orsino, and it's a romantic comedy, basically. Orsino and Viola fall for each other, but Viola's in disguise, so there's that end of things. If you've seen She's the Man, that is a modern adaptation of Twelfth Night, so all the more reason to read it. I love She's the Man. I love this play, but I thought I'd own a copy since I didn't already. And the last one isn't actually a play. It is a collection of Shakespeare's sonnets, which I have not actually read yet. So this is something I thought I'd pick up as well, especially because Shakespeare's kind of perfect for autumn or springtime for me. So I thought the comedies and maybe the sonnets are very springtime. The tragedies are very perfect for fall. So he covers it all. Next, I have one that definitely wouldn't be for everybody, and it is Ayn Rand's The Romantic Manifesto. I don't actually know that much about this one. I know a little bit more about her other works, but I thought I'd pick this one up since I didn't have a copy, and I have copies of all of her other works, or most of her other works. I think I'm missing Atlas Shrugged. Maybe. No, I'm not. Maybe I'm missing something else. Maybe I was missing this one. At any rate, I now have it. Next, we have one that I think I had a copy of, and then I maybe gave it back, or donated it, or gave it to someone else, or it's lost in the abyss of this library. Who knows? I'll figure it out sooner or later. But that is Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert, and this is her memoir that follows her, where is it? Italy, Bali, and India. That's what I thought. As she learns like a lesson in each place, and it kind of follows her journey after her divorce and like new relationships. But I digress. I've read her Create Magic? Big Magic? Something Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I've read that one. That one's also a memoir, but a little bit more focused on like writing and writers, which I really liked. And then I have City of Girls by her. I just haven't gotten to it yet, but I have watched almost all of the film. I stopped near the end and didn't finish it for some reason, but I was really enjoying it, and I was intrigued to actually get to this one. And like I said, I think I donated the copy I originally had to someone or somewhere, so I got another one because why not? Next, we have one that sounded kind of ridiculous, but in the best way, and that is 20s Girl by Sophie Kinzella. This follows our main character, Laura, who's 20-something, in her 20s, and she starts seeing ghosts. And one of those ghosts that is communicating with her is her great aunt, Sophie, I think is her name, Sadie. And Laura is tasked with finding Sadie's necklace that has been in the family for 75 years, and Sadie cannot rest until Laura does that. But of course, being a 20-something, trying to navigate her career and her, I assume, her romantic love life and all that other jazz that comes with being in your 20s, Laura has a little bit more on her mind than just the missing necklace. But I do love Confessions of a Shopaholic, and while I haven't read other Sophie Kinsella books, I do think I would find this one really amusing. Next, I have another novel that inspired a film which I've seen and enjoyed, but for some reason haven't read the novel of, which seems to be half of the theme of my haul, and that is Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak tonight. And this follows R, who is a zombie, but he's having a life crisis about sort of his purpose. He has no memories, no identity, and no pulse, but he's different than his fellow zombies. He kind of wants to be he wants to be human again, basically. And then he meets a girl, and Julie is kind of reluctantly his house guest. I love this film. It's just quirky in the best way. It's a little bit of a romance, but because I knew it was inspired by a novel and I happened to see it at the book sale, I picked it up. Next, I have Ziggy, Stardust, and Me by James Brandon. This is set in 1973 and follows our main character, Jonathan, who is gay and wants nothing more than to not be. He's getting ready to start treatments, and he believes truly that he'll go through it and he'll be normal, and that's all he wants in his life, is to not have to deal with that on top of an alcoholic father and a bad home life and a sort of bad school life, not many friends. But he meets another boy named Webb, and Webb is also gay, but he's not ashamed of it. He's just sort of out and proud, and he's brooding and kind of emo, basically. And even though Jonathan doesn't want to be like Webb, he is drawn to him anyway, and they go on a little journey together. I don't know if it's a bit of a romance, but I do think these two characters are going to be having a very intense relationship, even if it's just a friendship. And last but not least, continuing on with that movie theme of ones I've seen and books I've not read yet, we have Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle, who I haven't read Lauren Miracle's works before, but I have read some from Maureen Johnson and John Green, and I like their writing. I have seen the film adaptation of Let It Snow that Netflix did. I believe there's an additional fourth storyline that they add that's not in the novel, but each of the authors wrote sort of different characters' storylines that you follow throughout the Christmas season, and because I watched it and I thought it was cute and holiday fun, I decided, you know what, I need to pick up the book so that I can read that and get some cozy holiday vibes this holiday season. But that is it for this little birthday haul. If you enjoyed it, let me know by leaving a like down below. Have you read any of these novels? Would you recommend them? Would you not recommend them? Let me know. And if you want to keep up with me and all of my bookish adventures, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button. And of course, I highly recommend that you ring the little bell so that you don't miss a beat, because it will notify you every time I post a new video, which in the month of October is going to be every single day. So I will see you guys tomorrow with a new one. Bye! Oh, bonus book haul item is this Watford jersey. It's meant to be a replica of the Watford football jersey that Baz wears in Carry On, and I love Carry On, and I love Baz, so I kind of had to buy it.